We have a nice conceptual question here. Let's have it. Let X be a set. Okay, let's write it. So X they have given is a set which contains first 218 terms of the arithmetic progression. So this is the arithmetic progression and these terms are inside this set. Okay, you can clearly see there are how many terms they are giving you, that there are 2018 terms. So and you can clearly see that the common difference here, let's call it dx, the common difference is 5. Let's write the more. Y is another set that is also consisting of 218 terms of an AP, and the terms are given like 9, 16, 23, and so on. So again, there are 2018 terms over here. And what is the common difference? 16 minus 5 is how much? 7. Okay, so the 7 is the common difference. Now they are saying that the number of elements in the set X union Y. Okay, so very simple, right? If they are asking number of sets in X union Y, so what should I do? See, X has 218 terms, so even Y has 218 terms. Okay, what normally we would do is 218 plus 218, right? But what is the problem? There may be terms which are in both of them, right? So that term has happened twice. Okay, you have added twice here, right? So what you have to do is you have to subtract it once. Okay, so number of elements which are common to them. So namely, if I want to write it as a formula, maybe you have seen this earlier, that number of elements in X, number of elements in Y minus number of elements in X intersection Y. Okay, so the two things, the first two things are very obvious, like I am going to write 2018 plus 2018. The only thing you don't know is what is this number. Okay, how much is X intersection Y? That is what we need to work out. So let's see what we can do. We don't know, right, which element is common, because first three are definitely not equal, any of them. Okay, if you are clever enough, you just add 5, you get a 16. Now you see that 16 and 16 are common. But let's not suppose you're not able to figure out, okay, what is the common element. So what do? I just say that, okay, let's say that the nth term of the first sequence is equal to mth term of the second one. Okay, so I will just use my formula. I will say that 1 plus a plus n minus 1d, right? So n minus 1 and d is my 5 for the first sequence. That should be equal to mth term. So a is 9 for the second sequence, a plus m minus 1 times the common difference d. Now I just need to solve this. Okay, let's do that. So I get 5n minus 4 is equal to 7m, and then that's plus 2. So I get 5n is equal to 7n m plus 6. Okay, or I can divide by a 5 on both sides. Okay, this. Now to get my first element, do you think I just need to know what for what m? Okay. Uh, 7m plus 6 is divisible by 5 because n is an integer, right? N is a positive integer. So I need to have some value over here so that it is divisible by 5. Okay. So you see 6 here, right? So whenever you get like this term is having 4 last digit, we are done. Okay. So it's actually quite simple, right? If you plug in m is 2, okay, if you plug in m is 2, you see you are getting a 14, right? And 14 plus 6 is how much? 20. Okay, so 25. So if you plug in m is 2, you get 14 plus 6. Let me write that. 14 plus 6 upon 5. And that's equal to 20 upon 5. That's 4. Okay, so basically what you end up in getting is x4. Okay, the fourth term of the first one is equal to the second term of the second one. Okay, so likewise we were saying already, right? This is, if this is 16, then this is also 16. Okay, so we got one common term. Okay, so now another common term, I can play around with m, okay, to get another common term, but that's not needed, right? Because I already got that the first term is 16. Okay, now do you think that again the common terms also would form an AP? Do you think so? Yeah, because suppose there is next term. Okay, so suppose there is next term right here which is common to both of them, suppose. Okay, now what happens, that this difference, okay, this difference is divisible by 7, right? Because see, 777, that's how it is working. And this should also be, the difference should be multiple of 5, right? 5 5 5, that's all it is working. So basically the next term which you are going to get, the common difference should be both 7 and 5. That would mean like LCM, right? Okay, the common difference should be divisible by 7 and as well as 5. Okay, so whatever you are going to get, that AP will be having a common difference to be, what's the LCM of 7 and 5? 35. So 35. Now if you add a 35 to the 16, what do you get? 51, that's your second term. We don't need, just general knowledge. Okay, so this is the AP which you're getting. Okay, with D is 35. Now the only thing I need to know is how many terms are in AP, right? These are common terms which you're getting. Just I need to know how many common terms are there. Okay, so what do? I just know I cannot exceed. See, this is the lesser one, right? See, 1, 6, 11. This is lesser than 9, 16, 23, right? So the last element over here, whatever is the last element, okay, my last element here shouldn't be greater than that. Yes, I hope you understand. Okay, let's say there are capital N terms. Okay, let's say there are capital N terms over here. Okay, so let's write the nth term. Okay, so what will be the nth term? 16. Okay, A plus N minus 1, and just now you said that the D is 35. Okay, so D is 35. This, the last term shouldn't be greater than the last term here. Okay, how much is that last term? Let's write that. A plus, there are 2018 terms, N minus 1 times D. You understand that? Because we are looking for the common elements here, right? It can't exceed that. Okay, so we just need to solve this. Okay, quite simple. Again, let's see what we get here. So I'm getting 1. Okay, so I will bring 16 that side. 2017. Okay, so I'm going to write 2017 times 5. Okay, 1 minus 16 is again minus 15. Okay, now I divide by a 35 on both sides. Okay, so I get 27 times 5, 2017 times 5 upon 35. Okay, let's make it simple. 5, 5 I can cancel up and down. I can take 5 common here. Minus, this would be 3, and this is 5 into 7. Okay, so this gets cancelled, and then you end up in getting very easy 2014 over 7. Okay, and how much will that be? You will end up in getting, this will be 287 point something. Okay, I don't know what, we don't care about that. Okay, so but n minus 1 is less than, so I will add a 1. So n is less than 288 point something, right? So highest value of n can be what? 288, because again point something, right? So less than that, that means n can be 288. So that is the number of common terms. Okay, so now let's subtract. Okay, so 288 is the number you need to subtract from here. Okay, so let's write it. Actually, let's write it here, 288. So how much is that? 4036 minus 288, and you will get what number? 8473. 3748. Okay, that's your number. 3748 is the number of elements in X union Y.